Good morning, guys. So today we are back on the low limit Civic here, the $85 Honda Civic. So today we're going to put a looks like we're going to put on a driver's side spindle here and hub assembly with bearing, and it looks like this is a preloaded kit here. Yep, this has got the hub, the bearings, and everything already mounted. So we're going to be putting that on our Honda today and see if we can get the front end straightened out a little bit more before we go to the alignment shop with it. So stick around and we'll get this put on. Alrighty guys, so it is raining and we have a metal roof on the building, so pardon the background noise. Okay, so right in the middle of that nut right there, it has somebody, the last time we put it on, we used a punch to drive the material down into the middle of that. little crevice right there, and you got to knock it back out so you can get your nut off. So you use a hammer and a punch. You can see it right there. Use a punch and a hammer. And right there, we got to knock that back out. And now I went and found a piece of wire. I'm going to tie that brake caliper up here on top of this strut so it don't fall, because you don't want your brake caliper to hang on the hose. That'll cause leaks and all kinds of brake problems. So we'll hang that caliper up out of the way. Okay, next all we got to do is get the lower ball joint there, get that cotter pin out, and get that nut off, and then get the tie rod, get that cotter pin, that nut off, and then the spindle will come off. Take your nut back off. That way, you'll be good to go. Like that, and like that. There you go. Now we got to get that one off. Now we'll do the same thing on this one, but we'll flip it over. This is a castle nut because it looks like a castle on the top. So we're going to flip it over so that we got our flat side facing up. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll run it back down to its flush. And then we can hit that one with a hammer. Right down right there, just till it's flush. Right there. And take your nut back off. It's still good that way. And your ball joint's still good. Now you just take your spindle off. Right there. Alright, now our new spindle. Our new spindle has some new hardware. We got a new nut. Good. Got a new nut right there. We'll definitely use that. And we'll cut them tags off. Yeah, got us a new nut. That's good. Alright, now we'll just take our new spindle and set it on our ball joint. And just reverse the process, basically. Take our castle nut and put our castle part facing up. Run it back down on there, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is probably mock it all up and then tighten everything down. Take our tie rod nut. Stick it through there. Get that on there like that. Take our CV axle here, put it back through the hole. And then we'll bring the whole deal back up into the strut here. And get her lined up like that. Alright, now I'll go ahead and tighten up this one on the bottom here. Take our new nut. Okay, a good idea is to go to the store and get you a cotter pin assortment, a value pack. That way we can replace our cotter pins. But first we need to tighten up our ball joint. Thank you. Twist the ear around like that. Do the same thing on this side. Just take your pair of pliers. Work it around through there like that. That way the cotter pin won't come out and your ball joint won't come off. Alright, now we're going to tighten up the tie rod in. Just hit that with the impact. Now we need to tighten up our nut on our CV action. We'll run that in there good and tight. Like that. Then you take your hammer and your punch, and right there where you got that little void right there, we're going to knock that material into it. That'll keep that nut from backing off. You just take your punch. You want it to be a dull punch. You don't want it to be a sharp punch because you don't want to pierce the metal. You just want to bend it. You just come right over here and tap it in with a hammer. Like that. So when you're done, that's where we knocked it in right there. That's what you want it to look like. That way this nut, it can't move because it'll hit that and stop. So you want to knock it in right there. In the same way, when you're taking it out, you got to put you a flat punch in there, a screwdriver or something, and knock that material back out that way so that you can get this nut off and not mess up your axle shaft. So that's what it needs to look like when you're done right there. All right, and we'll just continue putting it back together. And that's it. That's how you change a spindle out, a front spindle on a 2009 Honda Civic. Thanks guys for watching, and I appreciate you subscribing and liking my videos, and we'll see you guys on the next one.